Hello, YouTube. It is Dr. Lisa. Launch your income. Come on in. We're going to talk about all things going live. And I want to make sure you are feeling confident and at ease with going live. We're going to talk about branding. We're going to talk about making sure that you are attracting the right audience. And so I'm going to give some tips and strategies to do that successfully as I co-stream on TikTok. And so I'm about to go to my TikTok page. We're going to get started. We're going to get this room activated. And I want you to be intentional about your growth strategy. Thank you so much for coming in. Make sure you like the live. Make sure you comment, as well as this will be available on a playlist for you. If you come in afterwards and you want to take a look at it, it will be available for you to connect and grow and get more information. So I am going to set up my YouTube right now. And guess what? I'm going to do an exclusive for TikTok today. It's going to be a TikTok live only. I'm sorry, YouTube. A YouTube live only, in which I am going to go live on YouTube and I'm going to just talk about this process with going live. And so thank you so much for being here. We're going to talk very candidly about making sure you connect with your audience and you go live with ease and confidence. And so we're going to get started. I'm just going to be a few minutes behind, but we are going to start. And I'm going to talk, because I'm doing my exclusive YouTube only, we're going to make it so that I am pretty efficient. That's the goal. I get in and I get started and I get out. So that is going to be the goal. And I did not post before coming here. That was kind of my projects, but we will make it happen. That's fine. Learning as I go. Hello, YouTube. It is Dr. Lisa. Launch your income. Thank you so much. Come on in. I see you all. I appreciate you all being here. We're going to talk about going live with ease, going live with confidence. I don't want you to be scared. Don't be nervous. Come on in. I want you to go live and feel confident that you can do this. Thank you so much, those of you who are coming in. How you doing, friend? Coco Peach, thank you so much. Lily, Liz, how you doing, Liz? You're back again, friend. How are you? How you doing, Terry? Thank you for joining. How you doing, Ray? I appreciate you coming in. Dana, thank you for joining. I appreciate all the support. Mateo, thank you for being here as well. We're going to get started. This is my go live with ease. And I have this here. Actually, I'm gonna fix this sticker, because I want to say something. I'm going to make this 6 p.m. because I'm going to move a little quicker today. Because I am going to be doing, hold on. Let's see if it'll let me do it. Thank you all who are coming in. Let's see if it'll let me write. May not let me write all the words. Thank you so much who all are coming in. I see you all. Thank you so much. Thank you for the daily heart me. As you can tell, I'm trying to put a sticker up. We're going to see if I can smash some letters together. You guys will see it. I got to get rid of some letters. I can talk about this too, because somebody is going to ask me, well, how do you put the sticker up? And I'm going to tell you. There you go, friends. Okay. So thank you all who are joining. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all who are coming in. I'm back yet. Good. You say yes. Good afternoon. Got sidetracked before. Hoping to learn some things. There you go, Liz. That's what you're here for, friend. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. How you doing, God's girl? I see you coming in. And so you guys, hold on one second. My phone, I could probably make it a little bit higher. There you go. Oh, crap. Sorry about that. I paused the live because I went offline. Thank you all who are coming in. I see you. Thank you for sharing the live. Thank you so much, God's girl. I appreciate it. Hey, it's purple ticket season again. Is it really? Is it really? You know what? I think they should have executed that differently, y'all. I think that's my thoughts about the whole purple ticket concept. I think they mean well. It has the best intentions as a concept, but it was just not executed well. So I really have not been a proponent of promoting that one, because I think TikTok needs to go back to the drawing board with the whole purple ticket concept. It's all good, Rose. I know. I was like, TikTok, what are y'all doing? It just doesn't come off well. I don't know why it doesn't allow you to get it sometimes. People don't have links in their bio. It's just something where it was a good concept, but they need to figure out a better way to do it. They need to come up with a mechanism where you can just click the purple ticket real quick and it just goes and everything's all well. And you don't have to go into somebody's bio. And you don't have to do all this other extra steps. But yeah. How you doing, Mama Cougar? Thank you so much for being here. Good afternoon, friend. Paul, you said good evening. How are you? Every time you change your clothes, you become more beautiful. Well, thank you. I will accept the compliment, sir. Thank you. You said, Angel, you said, what's the purple ticket? You said, right. Trixie, how you doing? Good afternoon, friend. So here's the deal. The purple ticket is it's like a recruitment strategy where TikTok is like giving you as creators the ability to go out and get more people into the app. So it's their recruitment tool. And so essentially, if you share your ticket, your ticket link, your link with other people and they press it, then you get credit and you get, I guess, money to go spend in TikTok shop. Well, everything about it was just it was just not well executed. Like you didn't have the ticket. Half the time it didn't work. It was so many clicks you can get. It was just, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of effort. And I like things to be a little bit more effortless. Maybe that's why I struggle with the whole concept. So when I did it the first time they ran this, I think in December. And I came to lives and stuff, and I clicked around and clicked people's tickets, and people clicked mine. Well, the money was sitting there, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll spend it when I'm ready to. Well, no, you have like this really small window to use it. And it expired before I was able to use it. I was like, well, that was a lot of work for nothing. So I'm a little frustrated about the whole process. But that was my experience. I don't think that's everybody's, but that was my experience. The purple ticket, yeah. So it's just a lot of effort for a not any payoff on my end. Yes, user friendly. I like simplicity. Exactly. It's like TikTok. Y'all get this together. Y'all got a lot of smart people. Y'all can figure this one out so it's a little bit better executed next time around. Thank you for coming to my live today. You're welcome, friend. You're welcome. I caught you. I was like, okay, let me go. She said, you need to come. I was like, I'm coming. I appreciate it. I had a good time. How you doing, Real Talk? I see you, friend. Thank you for being here. Mama Cougar, thank you so much. All you who are coming in, I see you. I appreciate you. And my live host, I figured that stunts. Yeah. And that's exactly what it is. That's how they get you. It is. They make it hard, make it too hard for us. And people don't participate. So but for some people, it was a good little campaign. So I'm not going to say that it's not. For me, it was just kind of frustrating. So I was like, oh, I'm not going to do that anymore. Trying to get to 1,000 followers. All right, relatable. So let's make sure you connect with people so that you check the bios and make sure you're connecting with people who are going to engage. And are you going to be an engager? Okay. Bless you. Thank you so much, friends. Okay, let's do this. I have a couple things going on. I have my sticker. So I am going to be on the YT, the YouTube. I'm co-streaming right now. So you guys see me over there. I'm going to do that where I'm only on YouTube. I'm not going to do the co-stream at 6:00. So I'm going to do here. I'll be pretty efficient. And my time here may be right at 90 minutes. We'll see how long. Depends on how questions are flowing and engagement going, how things are flowing here. But I do want to get off. I'm going to do YouTube exclusives. You're more than welcome to join me over there too. I'm going to talk about YouTube and just do it in a way where I can just really honor that experience. And it's been mine. But when you think about it, I've done this for almost 4 weeks. It's a little shy of 4 weeks of doing this exclusively. And I can tell you some of the things I've learned, some of the lessons I learned, as well as being able to share some tips on if you're going to do this, just some things you want to be prepared for. YouTube is the long game, so I want to make sure I'm supporting people as you're thinking about maximizing your presence in all these places. So we'll talk through that too. Engagement is tough for folks to engage. What does that mean? Yes. Let me know what that means. Okay, so here's what I say. When you come into a live, we want to make sure you activate your live. Part of it is letting your community know how to engage. So if you are new to me, I tell me if you're new, And let's do this, because I know I have some new people, and I know I have some people in here who are going live. And then I have my people who are scared, my people who are nervous, my people who are shy, who are not ready to go live yet. And I see you. I'm here for you. Thank you so much, E-Nurse. I appreciate your friend. And so if that is you, you can put that in the chat if you want to. But my live host, if you don't mind, share your live topic, time, and time zone. So your topic, time, and time zone. Let's see it in the chat so people can start seeing who's in the room, who you want to engage with. These are people you might want to connect with sooner than later, especially if they're part of your niche. Okay, so you want to make sure you're building those good relationships too. I talked about that a little bit yesterday, and I went on a whole conversation with thinking very intentionally about building your community of people who are going to support you, but also people who are part of your target audience. So I want you to be intentional about that research. Okay, so we'll talk about that too. Yes, topic, time zone too, time and time zone, because y'all all over the world. So there's so many different people in the room, and so you want to make sure you do that, and then put that in there so we can check. And then my people, what'd you say? You said me, my nervous person, Lindy. Is that it? Let me know. Is that what the me represents? You haven't gone live yet. Time and time zone. You're welcome. Thank you so much, friend. And so if that is you, let me know that too. You said yes. That's you. Let me say yes. That's me. That's who we're talking about. What did you say? You said I'm all of the nervousness, excited. I think I missed my practice option. No, you always get the practice option. You go into settings and you can click practice mode. Now, it depends on how it's set up, because here's what I learned from somebody else, and I don't remember it being that way for me, but here's where I learned that here's what I learned. Hold on one second. Let me see. Short stuff. You said your stuff scared to go live, Doris. Short stuff. You said you're on a different account. You said it got suspended. What happened, friend? What happened? Booked by KT Travels Advisor. Hey, how you doing, friend? Oh, what happened to your page? Hello, Daquan. Hello, friend. Let's see. Helping people open and operate successfully home care agency. Times Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern. Oh, I love that. Hello, Dr. B. How are you, friend? Awesome. That is awesome. And then you said Thrive. You got yours in here. You said live Monday through Friday, 10. Okay, that's right. You go all week. That's awesome. During the weekdays, 10 to 11 Eastern, cutting edge digital marketing strategies. There you go, friend. Dr. Lisa put her in a box right now here. Maybe she won't be afraid to talk to us. Barbie X, you're funny. I had no idea. You don't know what happened? Interesting. Oh, gosh. So, were you driving? That's a no-no. Interesting. Yeah, let us know if you was it during the live? Something happened during your live stream? Oh, I'm curious, friend. You all just gotta do it. Yes, we are worried about our friends seeing us. Yes, that's it. That's it. When you are worried and focused on what other people are going to say and think, then that's just going to keep you from holding back from your true purpose. I'll say that much. Because a lot of times, friends don't care. They could care less. You said, I'm panicking. Oh, sorry to hear that, friend. I'm sorry to hear that. That's I don't know what could have happened, huh? Did you turn on your content disclosure? Those type of things. Interesting. Typically what will happen, I was not driving, doing a live or any videos. Interesting. I'm doing well. How you doing, 65? How you doing, friend? Thank you for being here. Hey, Miss K Latte Mommy. How you doing, friend? Let's see. That's amazing. I have a few using ChatGPT and Canva, studying for licensing exam, med carrier. Okay, look at you, friend. That's a great topic. I'm sorry what's happening with your book. I didn't get an email or text. I am well. Thank you, friend. I can't even see my account to see it. Oh, wow. Oh, thank you. My hair look good. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm surprised by that TikTok. Y'all got to do better. Got to do better. I don't know what could have happened then, huh? You can't see. I just gotta find a time. Oh yes, you do gotta find a time, Mariaxa. Yes, totally true. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. DM me. I don't know if anything else can be done though. I agree. Interesting. Well, it's good that you have a separate account. I mean, I said this earlier in my 10 a.m. We talked about another account. Not that I was really advocating having two accounts. I think there is these situations where you want to have a second account that you can leverage if something was to happen to the first. But your accounts have to be separate. They have to be separate um, focus and topics and niche. You got to have a separate thing. There was a conversation earlier that led to TikTok Shop, and people were saying, okay, can they use their current account for TikTok Shop? You absolutely can. I'm not going to say you can't. What I was sharing though is that the algorithm will sometimes people see a shift in their algorithm and how things are how the algorithm is responding to their content. So me as Dr. Lisa Launch Your Income, all of a sudden I started doing TikTok Shop videos on my account. Anything that I focus on when it comes to branding yourself, going live, helping you make money, any of those type of content topics will see a suppression, especially if my account is only focused on TikTok Shop stuff. And then the reverse happens too, where maybe your TikTok Shop content doesn't get the same focus because your account and the people who are following you are looking for something else. Okay, so I said the recommendation. I said as a suggestion, if you want TikTok Shop and you want to do TikTok Shop on the account that you got approved on, then that may need to be your focus, and then you make a different account based on what you were looking to start with your original account. Let me know if that makes sense. In my head, it didn't come out right, but you know what I mean. When I said it, I was like, I don't know if that made sense. That wasn't as clear as I could have been. But yes, so yeah, I would definitely make that suggestion. But it's good that you have another account that you can definitely focus on. Okay, my new people, I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Let's see, we're gonna I know a lot of you have come in here and got your daily heart rate, but we're going to pin this because TikTok has it here now. The flash goal, let me say this because the flash goal, I've been doing it lately. Thank you so much for coming in and get your daily heart rate. I've been doing it lately, and this is just kind of a thing I've noticed. It does activate your room when you do the flash code. People come in, they click it. And so I think it is something that you might want to pay attention to if you are in a situation where the flash code pops up. But I will say that that's something I've noticed. Thank you so much. You can do one cutie tootie. Thank you so much for being here. And so we'll keep that there. When you come in, you want to get your daily heart rate. As people are coming into your room, I tell you in those first couple minutes, you do want to activate the room a little bit. You want to tell people to support the room through sharing the live. And so 68 shares have happened. As a live host, I want to share my own live. You want to share your own live. If you touch my nose or my glasses, you can share the live to your followers and supporters in bulk. As a live host, I do it all the time. I share my live out to people who are supporting me so that they can come back and support. And so it becomes another way to get more people in the room. Gotta go. Just stop for a moment. Appreciate your friend. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, you want to get it moving. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So that is something you want to actively do at the beginning of your live. So it helps to bolster the live. And then it helps with people coming in to also know how to support. So as you're thinking about your community, I teach this because I know I have new people that come in. They don't have the blue boxes. They're trying to figure out how to do the blue boxes. What does a blue box mean? So I say that's something else you want to pay attention to. You said 65 Cheryl says for the daily point, click on it's the Heart Plus. You see a Heart Plus right in this area. That's what you're going to click. Now to do the daily heart rate, you have to have coins on your account. So you have to have coins. You said touch my nose, touch the glasses in this middle of the screen. If you touch, um, thank you so much. And so you have to have coins in your account. You can get coins by clicking the gift box. And if you click the number in the corner, the right lower corner, you can click that and then go to in the app to recharge and get coins. Or you can go to the website, www.tiktok.com / symbol, coin. Not sure if the reason for touching my, when you press down, oh, I'm sorry. When you press down on the screen, in the middle of the screen, any of this area, I said my nose because it's right there in the middle. But if you touch the screen and press down, it allows your list of followers to pop up. Let me know if that didn't happen for you, but it should allow your list of followers to pop up on the screen. Okay. And I know at some point it wasn't working effectively when I had a board up. So I told people it does. Okay. So I told people that was something that I noted on my screen. So I don't know if you notice that as well. But on my screen, whenever I have a board, this is a sticker, and the sticker is an enhance, but a board is a separate, essentially effect. It's under enhance also. It's like a little square board. They have the upper boards, and there's some other boards you can move around. So a board is something that it doesn't work. It seems like the board is taking over the pressing of the screen. Practice going live. Yes. Yes. Practice makes progress. Yes. Yeah. You know what? Thank you for bringing me back, because I think I never finished my thought about that. So practice going live. Practice screen did not work for me. In terms of being long, it allowed me to practice for, I think, 30 seconds. So I wanted to say that was where I was going to go with the whole practice piece. It didn't allow me to practice for an extended period of time. So if you do click the practice mode, just be prepared. And what it also did was switch you to the live feature. It did a countdown, 3, 2, 1, and you went live. Okay. So not that I'm trying to discourage you from going live. That happened to me back previously. You said, oh boy. That happened to me previously. So I don't want to discourage you, but I think you should go live. You definitely want to go live. You're laughing at me. So what I will say though, and this is for my nervous people, my scared people. Again, the sub sticker says it. Practice makes progress. You practice a little bit and you go live, and just don't overthink it. That's the thing about it. First of all, you're not going to get a huge number of people in the room. People are going to come and go. There may be a few people that sit with you. Thank you, Doc Dina. Thank you so much for being here. People may sit with you for a few seconds, but for the most part, people are just swiping. You'll notice if you hit the home screen, if you hit live, and you instantly get into someone's live. So whoever shows up in your feed, the person you're in their live, it's not like you could tap to look at it. They dump you right into the live. So people are like, oh, I'm here. Let me swipe. Or depending on what you're talking about, they'll stay for a little bit. So like I said, don't overthink it. You're not going to get a lot of engagement, especially the first couple times. It starts to increase. Now, there's some strategies that you can have in place where you are putting a story out there. You are being intentional about putting a note. You are doing a post. You're scheduling a live event, and you make it a whole production where people know you're about to go live for the first time. And you might get some of your followers to come and join you. Actually, that's a great strategy to have people in the room. But a lot of people don't do that. So they just hit the go live button. But if you want companionship and people in the room to chat with you, announce it. That's a strategy. He said, I'm afraid to go live. You have no content. Have you not posted? You have no content, or you don't have a topic? You do have a topic. Everybody has a topic. I can point you to using ChatGPT. There's a prompt to get a solid topic to use. Good Tuesday. How you doing? Just dropping in and break from work. Thank you so much, friend. Appreciate you coming through. So yeah, we can go there. Let me know if other people need to know what to talk about. I went live for the first time yesterday. It was scary, and I felt silly talking to myself. Well, first of all, let me clap for you. Congratulations on going live, first and foremost. Second of all, at the end of the day, yeah, I'm looking at the screen talking to myself. I see your comments. I'm looking at myself. But at the end of the day, I'm comfortable doing this. It's gotten to the point where I'm really comfortable talking to myself, having a conversation with all of you, because I know other people are behind the screen, and You just kind of share information. So I could share, did you have a topic and an outline or something you were talking about specifically when you went live? Because let me talk about that. What would be great? So just ask ChatGPT. I have no idea. Uh, so let me, gardening. Awesome, awesome. That's a good one. Confidence, confidence. Yes, you gotta have the confidence. Let's go. Yes, let's go. Let's go. Why do hosts spell certain words? The misses. So, no content, no topic. I'm gonna get your friend. Let me see. Um, why do hosts spell certain words? So there are certain words. I'm not gonna say I know all of them, but there are some words that TikTok will say are um, inappropriate, and so it could mess with your live in terms of what you're saying and doing. I tell people to make sure you always turn on the content disclosure. And depending on your topic, if it's for a more mature audience, you want to turn on the audience control. That's a little toggle. I just posted about this maybe about 3 posts deep. So you can go back and look at my page and look at my top, like I think it's the top 2 to 3 posts where I talked about the content disclosure. So turn that on. Also, the grow rooms have created kind of this culture of follow for follow. And TikTok says, no, we want true engagement. We want organic engagement. We don't want these rooms to just facilitate just this whole let's connect and just have a whole bunch of followers. And so you would hear people spelling out words like follow or also sending people out of the app. So you'll hear people spelling words like bio, bio, or link, link, because it seems as if you're going to send people outside the app. Now, the reality is, if you have your content disclosure on, TikTok is very forgiving about your brand. And if there's something, how you doing, Vibe Wellness Woman? If there's something related to your brand, TikTok respects that. So TikTok is also jealous. So sending people out of the app to go to other places, like when I say my content disclosures on, so I talk about YouTube, talk about Instagram. So it's there, but at the same time, I used to say the initials or spell it just when I didn't have it on all the time. So now I keep it on, to be honest with you. You said, I need engagement more. I'm not sure how to get people to talk to me. Oh, let's talk about that. LINK, send to be spelled a lot. Yes, but people don't have their content disclosure on. So, I'll say the word link. I'll say it, but I don't overuse it. I think that's important too. Don't overuse it. For a topic, do you pull from life or interest? I have so many things though, that I love and enjoy. It's me. I'm going to give you a prompt. I'm going to pivot to ChatGPT pretty early on. Give me about 10 minutes because I'm going to talk about activating a room. I am going to talk about engagement really quickly for my friend who just asked the engagement question. And then I will show the prompt. And I want you guys to do screenshots. We'll do screenshots really quickly if you want to know more. I also have in my stand store, which is at LINK, a link in my bio. If you go to there, you'll get a chat guide that I tell you about how to use. It's prompts. Essentially, it's 6-step prompts and multiple prompts actually in there to how to use that to create your niche, your topic, your target audience. So you'll see that. So that has a way more than what I'm about to show you. But what I'm showing you will get you started essentially. Probably the best practice to use the disclosure statement. Yes. Turn on the feature. I turn it on all the time now. So fantastic. Thank you. You're welcome, friend. Yep. So really quickly, when it comes to engagement, follow me, PIN, the people. So that's the grow room too. That's the one I was trying to think of. The PIN, they would do that. So pinning people and putting them up there for follow's sake and stuff. And so I tell you, don't do that. You want to connect, you want to build relationships, but you want to be intentional. My problem is I can't read the chat. Bad eyes. If you swipe to the right, so you swipe your screen to the right, it shows the words really large. And you can make them larger in the accessibility area. So you can make the words a little bit bigger. Here it's still kind of small. That's why I wear my glasses. You said, oh, really? Yeah, swiping. Yeah, it enlarges the words. Now, the only thing about swiping, it darkens it, enlarges them. So you don't necessarily see all the thing that, you don't get a chance to see everything that's happening in the room. So I usually swipe a little bit sometimes, and I try to go back and forth between the two. Yeah, so really quickly, when it comes to engagement, here's what I tell people to pay attention to. As you come into a room, make the assumption that much of your community, depending on your topic, they don't know how to engage. So you got to educate your community. So I tell people to spend a little time, especially in the beginning, letting people know how to support you. And then there's something we said, you're welcome, friend. There's something to be said about making sure you are actively asking questions. So I'll start the room. You heard me already ask who's new. And then for my room, I have live hosts that come back. There's people who've come back and they've gotten used to me. They come get their daily heart me. They're coming to get points. They're doing all the things. And they come back for more insights and more tips and strategies. And I'm engaging them by saying, hey, if you're a live host, put your live host time. Let's make sure people are seeing that. So all it takes is one person to engage. You'll see me ask the question. And so I'm going to ask this question. And you guys are so funny when I do it. But like, tell me where you're from. Tell me where you're from. I'm from Orlando, Florida. We put in the chat where you're from. And people put all different places. But my point is, as you do that, there's going to be a few people that participate. And then all you need is one person to really support it. Manchester, UK. Look at you. I did not know you were in the UK. I'm in Florida, friend. It's late for you, isn't it? How you doing? Each one to each one. That's it. That's it. Tampa. Hey, neighbor. Alabama. Look at you all. Awesome. I was just there for American Counseling Conference. That's right. Orlando. Yeah. Yeah. Florida girl here too. Hey, neighbor. What part of Florida, Joy? And if you haven't gotten your daily heart, I have the flash goal. I just looked up and it's about to go out. I think it's 30 seconds left. I probably should pin it in these last few seconds. We'll see. Oh, Tennessee. Look at you all. Awesome. Native from New York, Liz. That's right. That's right. Awesome. Awesome. And so thank you so much. And so that's another way to get people engaged. I see living in Arizona. Look at there. I need to get the money flowing so I can take my kiddos back home. There we go. Yeah. That's a long flight and a very expensive one. I get it. I get it. And so, yes, I totally get it. I don't know why this person comes in and trolls all the time, spams. Atlanta, that's right. You probably haven't heard of it, but it's in Clay County. Have you heard of Keystone Heights? What? It does sound familiar. Clay County sounds familiar also. Yeah. Clay County. What is that? Is that, I'm going to say north of here. Why do I think north? Oh, so I originally, tiny one red light town. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I'm originally from Chicago, Illinois. That's outside of Jacksonville. That's why I was like, I'm thinking north of here. That's why I said north of here, north of Orlando. It's like, Clay County. I know that much. I'm originally from Chicago. Ex-husband from Jacksonville, so know Jacksonville very well. Current husband from Tampa. So know Tampa pretty well too. My daughter is currently in Tampa at the University of South Florida. So yes, and then I started off living in South Florida. So I know Fort Lauderdale, Miami very well as well. So I've been all over the state, just to say that much. I know Florida. Panhandle, not as much. I don't know that area as much. Yes, awesome. New 2 weeks on helping struggling Christian parents with parables. Thank you so much. How you doing? How you doing? Yes, Michelle Crochets. She's over on the YouTube chat. Chi-Town, Atlanta. Okay, look at you. Chi-Town. How you doing, family? How you doing? All right. So my point of doing that is just little things like that will get the chat to chatting. Thank you so much, God's girl. She in North Carolina. How you doing? I live in, Fort Walton, Panhandle. Look at you. Yes, hi. You said your cat loves my voice. I love that. I love that. Awesome. Oh, wow. Well, thank you. Tell your cat I said hello. Oh, so I picked a consistent live time. Okay, that's good. Wait a minute. Why is it 11:11 Eastern? Tell me more. Tell me more. What does that mean? 11:11 a.m. Eastern. I'm assuming there's a significance there. And then at 9:30 p.m. Awesome. Awesome. I will. um, Oh, okay, okay. Look at you. Now, I'm gonna say something, and don't be like me because I say 4 o'clock. I'm always 2 or 3 minutes late, 15 minutes late. I'm never on time. So, are you really gonna stick to 11:11? Are you really going to be able to do that? Hopefully, put an alarm on, get yourself set up, make sure your screen is set up because for whatever reason, my timing, it's me. It's a Dr. Lisa problem because in my mind, I'm doing the whole YouTube co-streaming too. I'm um I'm coming in here trying to get set up like 2 minutes before. And then it really is a setup process that takes 10 minutes where you're putting your title in. I'm on the other platform trying to get that ready. So give yourself enough lead time, friend, okay? To meet that 11:11 time frame. I love it. All right. I love that the angel numbers though. That's awesome. Make a wish. How you doing, Miss Betsy? Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I appreciate your first day was a little tough, but today I made it. Okay. That's good, friend. That's good. What kind of doctor are you? I am a PhD. PhD in leadership and education, concentration higher ed administration. I worked all my career with colleges and universities, senior administrator for a local college here, and then also work with a company that supports higher ed. So I've only worked in higher ed all my career. I shouldn't say that. I started off in child welfare, so I should say that is a piece of it. So PhD, I have an MBA, and I have a master's in social work. That's what I did. So have all the degrees. So I did the social work, started off realizing didn't want to do social work. Um, had the MBA that I did, and then I got a job, I did an internship with a major corporation, and then got a job at a college. And so just been in higher ed ever since then. You said very impressive. Yeah, yeah. I'm ready to become a member. Look at you. What do I need to do? A member for what? Scott, for subscriptions? You want me to talk about the subscription? If you know what, I turned on the Service Plus, so that's something else I've done lately. And it tells you, I like it. I'm going to talk to my subscribers about it tomorrow, but I like it because it has the ability for you to highlight your subscriptions. So I like that feature. And then there's questions that I get. So there's like 3 questions that I added that I get pretty often in my live, and it tells you how to get additional services. So I can point you to my Stand Store link to get some additional resources. So that's that feature down there. I like it. Somebody said I think it's in the corner for you all. It's the service with the arrow plus. Yes. So yeah. So if you click subscriptions, just pick which one you want. I do a profile review. That's the premium. And then my deluxe is where I do a live audit in the profile review. Profile meaning that I want your profile to match your brand. So I talk about branding quite a bit because again, if you're talking to everybody in your live and you think you're just going to have all these people come in your live and you're talking to everybody, then you're really talking to nobody. Because people are only going to engage if they feel like your topic relates to their needs and it resonates with them. Thank you so much, Brenda. I see your friend. And so you want to make sure you know who your target audience is. And you want to make sure you spend some time making sure your profile, your name, your username. Thank you so much, friends. I see you. Your profile photo even, and your bio matches and aligns with who you're talking to. People want to feel connected when they see that. And then ultimately, as you think about your content, all that's going to align. That's called the content pillars. So you want to make sure you know your content pillars. Oh, thank you for coming to the Daily Heart Me too. I saw that. I was like, I was going to say subscriber, but the Daily Heart Me. I appreciate you, friend. I see you. Thank you so much. When you send hearts, does that help your live? When you send hearts, tapping the screen? Yes. Doris. Okay, so let me do this. I skipped that part because I usually try to make sure the room's activated, and we got to chatting and I didn't go there. So there's two types of support. There is the free support, the support that activates the live. So as viewers, you want to make sure you educate, and this goes back to Divergent Fit Coach, that you want to make sure you educate your community on how to engage and how to support. You said, I would like to join the subscription. Oh, just click, you could click the star, or if you click my photo up here, you can click that. If you click the service, it's somewhere down here, it says service plus. If you click that, it gives a description. There's like 3 different ways now. You just click one of those and you pick which one you want to do. I'm doing a sub only live tomorrow. So only for my subscribers. That's going to happen at 6:30 tomorrow. Okay. And then today I'm doing YouTube exclusive where I'm only going to stream on YouTube. Right now I'm co-streaming. So that's part of it. And then tomorrow I may have a battle. Y'all, I'm waiting to get confirmation. She wrote in the Discord, my person I'm supposed to battle, that we're supposed to be battling tomorrow at 5. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. But I don't know what I'll do. I'll send out a message, I guess, that I'm battling. So mark your calendars. Come back tomorrow, 5 o'clock. If you can, come and support. I appreciate it. So tapping the screen. If you look right here, it says 12.8K, 8K people have come through. Those are, not have tapped the screen. So I've gotten 12.8 likes. That's what that is. If you tap the screen, this is for my newbies. If you tap the screen, you'll see a pink heart pop up. And then a line will start crawling across. Okay. And then as you tap more, that heart gets fatter. Then the little dots come out the heart. And then as you let go of the screen, if you stop tapping, confetti will fall on the screen and it'll tell you how many likes you just sent. How you doing, Deneen? I see your friend. Thank you so much for coming in. Get your daily heart me. So I tell people you want to tap the screen that shows support. It tells TikTok that you are here, you are supporting, you like what you're experiencing, and they will send out to the FYP. Now, let me put a caveat on this. Sometimes you don't see that activity and that transformation happen in those first couple lives. How you doing, friend? After. Appreciate your friend. And so you don't see it in the first few lives. It takes maybe about 7 days. And if you go consistently, you'll see it sooner. Okay. But you want to make sure people are engaging in your live. And so tapping the screen is part of that. Sharing out the live. You'll see where it's 95 shares, sharing the live out. As a live host, you want to share out your own live. So if you click the arrow where it says 97 and hit copy, TikTok doesn't know who you're sending it to, but you can do it that way. You can send it to individuals, or you can hold my glasses or nose and press down with your finger, the middle of the screen, and you'll see your supporters pop up and you can share it with them. Sharing is caring. Thank you so much. And then here's the other thing, commenting. So you guys are commenting, you're connecting, we're having this engaging conversation. There's people sharing, liking, saying hello, coming in, and then there's people who are connecting with each other. So Nurse Inga, she connected with God's Girl. I'm going to pin it. And that is part of engagement. That type of engagement matters too. Those comments matter. And it says that she wrote, "Hey, sister friend." I love it. You want to have words. You don't want to just hit somebody's name and dry tag them. That's what that's called. When you tag them, you don't have words. So you always want to put some words there. But that, again, is another way to connect and build community. TikTok sees that interaction. So if your room has people coming in and people are not saying anything, ask them quick questions. You just saw where I had a whole conversation about where people were from. I asked who was new. We got my live hosts chatting. They were sharing their times. You could do little things like, hey, if you are someone who's new and trying to figure this out, you could do a poll. I've done that before, where you have a poll and people click to see which one is relevant to them. So I'll do it real quick because I did it before. I thought it was a cute little way to get the room going. So if you are new to my room, you're trying to figure out this app, you have never gone live. You're my person who's crying, okay? You're crying. You're the sad face. My people who have gone live have done it at least once. and my people who are live hosts. So you've done a whole lot. You're my smiles. Okay. So I want you to tap. You got to actually tap. This is what somebody told me. You actually have to tap the smile face or the crying face. But again, that's just a fun way to get people engaged. I want you to get to the point where people are engaging in so many different ways. Okay. We got a lot of sad faces in the room. Is that true? I see. I am new to going live, just trying to learn a little more. I feel you, Fred. I got you. I got you. I'm gonna give you guys my lesson. Oh my gosh. Are we even? We're even in the room. Someone said you have to. I think you actually touched the screen, but let me know. Dimples, how are you, friend? Thank you. So it's like a little 30-second poll, but recognize that that's how you can activate your room too, and see if people participate. So I have never went live. You're the sad face. Thank you so much, Lex. I see your friend. You said I just want to go live. Look at you. Okay, so it was even before the poll ended even. So I appreciate you guys participating. So those are other little tips that you can do. Look at you, level 4, Lex. Look at that. Congratulations, friend. Okay, so if you are, somebody asked about tapping the screen. Tapping the screen is free support, sharing the live, commenting. Right now, there's 73 people in the room. I point this out because I want you all to see two things. First of all, I want you to see who are the top engagers. You see how people, TikTok says these are the top viewers. There are people who are sitting up in the box here, the 1 and 2, but then these are the top viewers. They're actively engaging. So you want to pay attention to that. I also want you to pay attention to that question mark, because I point that out because people ask like how many points, what's happening. This is the answer. When you like the screen that's tapping, when you comment, when you give gifts, you get a point for every coin you spend. Essentially a point. If you give 10 roses, you get 10 points. You get points for that. And you get credit ranked for your views. Okay? So you want to actively engage in that way as well. Okay? So that's something you want to participate in. Thank you all. You're welcome. Thanks. You're welcome. And then, oh, look at you. Thank you so much. I see you. I see you, friends. Hello, Deidre. Thank you so much. Great afternoon. I appreciate you. Come on, beautiful hair. Look at you. Thank you. I appreciate that. But with that being said, you want to get people to engage in that way, and that's important. Now, my people who don't have blue boxes, I always point this out because as a live host, I want you to start paying attention to this. When people come into your room and they don't have a blue box, what's funny to me, and I'm going to say this, and I'm probably going to call somebody out. Hey, Dr. Lisa, I just went live. Not a lot of participation. That's awesome. I just basically entertained myself. There we go. That's what you do. Your first live. Y'all just heard me say you're not going to get a lot of interaction. You're not going to get a lot of participation. That is totally fine and expected. The fact is that you went live. So let me cheer for you again. You went live. Okay. So keep going. Don't give up. You said awesome. I want you to keep going live. You just heard me say it's not going to be a lot of participation, but that's the thing. It builds as you come, as you're intentionally finding your target audience, as you're intentionally engaging with that content that's relating to your live topic. All that matters. That's bringing the people who really are for your topic into the room. How you doing, Russ? Thank you so much. I was on your live yesterday and learned so much. Went live today on a wellness walks for 40 minutes. Thank you so much, Vanessa. I appreciate you, friend. Awesome. So, yes. So that's good. Awesome. So that was your first live too? Let me know if that's what the case was. Yeah, I did my first live talk as well. It was fun. Awesome. That is awesome. You guys, like I said, you know what? This is what it's all about. There's room for all of us. Let me be clear. Thank you so much. It's funny, I can really see the teddy bear now because my hair was covering up half the face. So you guys, I love that. Thank you so much. Copper Cat, how you doing, friend? I see you. How you doing, Miss Carlito's Way? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. Thanks for encouraging the encouragement and motivation for love your energy. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Good. That's what it's all about. There's room for all of us. There's a billion people on this app, and then when you talk about the U.S. alone, I mean, there's over 270 million. They said there's room for everybody. Okay, no matter what your topic is, no matter what you're doing, you can bring in your audience. Not everybody loves my voice. Not everybody loves my energy. Not everybody loves my motivation. They want to be motivated in different ways. And so recognize that there's somebody for everybody on this app. And your somebody's out there waiting for you to talk, waiting for you to engage, waiting for you to go live. So just keep that in that perspective. Okay. So you can do it. I am doing storytelling and live painting on canvas. Ooh, but I struggle to keep the engagement. Lee, I love your voice. It's so calming. Thank you so much, Selena. um, what I tell you to do, here's what I recommend. Go find somebody who's doing your same live, same topic, painting, storytelling. Go on put that on the home screen, search that, and see what they're doing. Are they doing anything in particular to get engagement going? Are they pausing and engaging in the chat? Do they activate the room? How do they bring people into the story? How do they bring people into maybe selecting the paint colors, or what you're going to paint? So just recognize there are probably some people who have some best practice and tips out there. Okay. So I would say do some research. That's going to help you too with the algorithm, because the people in that live, you want to come to your live. And as you watch that content, the people who are engaging in that type of content, you want to come to your own content and your live. So yeah, you definitely want to do your research. I also figured out how to tap. So did that in the beginning when no one was there. That's it. You activate your own line when you do that. Yep. That is good. Yep. So you want to get people to come. How do you make the applause sound? Oh, that's in Enhance. It's a sound effect. This is an effect. There's also a sound effect. This is a sticker. All that is down there below. Yep. And so, yeah, all that is there. That makes so much sense. I just learned how to tap just now. And let me say this. When you talk about not getting engagement in your room, you guys, many of you are beginners and you're learning this for the first time. Just imagine your audience are new also, and they may need you to tell them how to engage. So, just think about it from that perspective. So you don't get engagement because they're still trying to figure out this app. And maybe they need for you to kind of stop and share different tips and strategies to get them going. I think next I want to do a poll. Okay, there you go. Click a poll and play around with different features. I tell you, those first 3 lives you got to do anyway to get all the features unlocked. So really, try to play around as much as possible. Okay, so you know what's in here. You know the sound effects. There's some effects that you may not get immediately. Thank you so much. I see you. I see this. Teach your followers. There we go. How you doing? Good point, Wanda. Good point, Kim. Thank you so much, friends. Thanks for you giving good information. Thank you so much, friend. Carolyn, thank you so much. I am trying to do live. There we go, friend. You got level 13. You got live access. So do you go live? Let me know if you go live. I'm excellent because of him today. Thank you so much. I see you. Yes, so much great information. You're welcome, friend. Okay, so let's do this. We're going to get into our lesson. And let me say this real quick. I'm going to do my commercial real quick. I am co-streaming on YouTube. I'm literally co-streaming. Let me do my commercial because you guys see me over here. Go live. And so on my laptop, I'm doing this so I can have this as a recording. You can go over to my YouTube channel. It is Dr. Lisa Launch Your Income, and connect with me over there. You said I always have great content. Thank you so much, Kiki. I appreciate it, friend. You can go over there and connect with me over on YouTube. I'm trying to grow my presence over here, but also I'm trying to support you all. So if you go to my page, go to a short, because I get notifications, and you put a comment in there, you like, you subscribe. I'm going to do the same for your channel. I want to make sure we're growing. This is our growth season. So go over there, come connect and like the live, comment. My moderator, I do have a moderator for YouTube. It is Yes Michelle Crochets. That is my moderator. She said 1111 is an angel number. She said, hello, friends. So she is over there. You can chat with her and connect with her. She may be in and out. So, but recognize that this is somebody you want to connect with because she knows YouTube. YouTube is her playground. She posts a lot over here. She does live sessions. She's very active on YouTube. And so she can give you tips and strategies as you think about building out your YouTube page. So she is my person and I'm her person for TikTok. Okay. So I just want to point that out. I am going to do a YouTube exclusive where I'm only going to go live on YouTube at 6 o'clock today. So I'm going to get off a little early here so I can go over there and play around with YouTube. But I'm going to give, so I'm only going to focus on YouTube because I want to give it kind of an update on my experience and just letting people know here's something you want to think about, some tips, some strategies, some do's and don'ts, because I want you to be over here too. YouTube is the long game. It takes longer to come over here and monetize. It takes longer to get subscribers. You have to have 50 subscribers to go live. So there's some things you need to know about going on YouTube, but it's a search engine. It's really not social media. It's a search engine. So when you post over here and you put content over here, it's evergreen. So depending on your title, your tags, your hashtags, your keywords, your item that you might put in there, whether it's a product or service you're offering, whatever you put there stays. It's there forever. And so somebody can go search for you or search for a topic, your information pops up, they click to your page, and then essentially you have someone who's connecting with you. Maybe they buy your product or whatever you have to offer. So just keep in mind, that's called evergreen. So YouTube is evergreen. So you want to make sure you're over there playing as well. So if I decide to go faceless, I won't necessarily need those features below. What features? The sound effects and the hand effects and all that stuff? You could use them faceless. Yeah, you can use sound effects and some of the other effects because there's green screens. There's all types of stuff you could use. There's um, some people play with the effects where they're faceless, but they have maybe a mask on. That's one of the effects. It's like different type of things you could put on your face so it doesn't look like you. So yeah, there's all types of effects. You can definitely do that. Yeah, you want to play with the effects. I would say that. You definitely want to play with the effects. I need 50 people on YouTube to go live. How do we get followers there? Clothing, yes. Clothing, give me 1 second. Let me just catch up on a few comments. Absolutely. Um, you said, who am I referring to on YouTube? Yes, Michelle Crochets. That's my moderator over there. And you need 1,000 followers, friends. Posh, what do you need 1,000 followers for? Let me know what you're looking for. Do you like YouTube or TikTok better? I like TikTok better for monetization. I like TikTok. I'll be honest with you. I'm a TikTok person. Lex, thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you. Yes, I love TikTok. I like TikTok. It's easy to monetize over here. There's a lot of potential. TikTok is a little finicky. And I value and appreciate YouTube for what it has to offer, again, for the long game. So when it comes to followers on YouTube, TikTok, we use the word followers here. YouTube, they use subscribers. So subscribers and followers are the same. To your point, it's harder or more, it's more of a hurdle to get a subscriber because you got to be, first of all, you have to be logged into a Google account. So us iPhone people, you got to make sure you have a Google account. That's one thing you got to keep in mind and log into it so that people can actually go and subscribe to you. TT's terminology has gotten convoluted. It has a little bit. Yep. What other streams are here? What other streams? What do you mean? Like meta streams? When you think about Facebook and Instagram, you could do that. There's third-party streaming services too. I'm not using that. I'm using YouTube Studio. You're welcome. Thank you so much, friend. I see y'all. You look at your title, Gifter Albert. I appreciate you. Are there buttons on the screen for those sound effects? Yes, it is. It's a button you hit and enhance. Well, hello from Kalawi. Is that it? In like Malawi, like Hawaii? Hi, how are you, friend? I got to run. My grandson has T-ball all today. Enjoy always. Thank you so much, God girl. I appreciate you. Is someone putting an item over your showcase in that cart but doesn't purchase? Does it still help? Somebody puts an item in your showcase, but look at you guys. I appreciate all the gifts. I see you. Does it hurt or help? I don't think it hurts, but I'm not certain if it helps. I don't think it hurts anything. People click your thing and they don't get it. I don't think it hurts anything. I think it sits there, and at some point, I think it expires. But we have to do some research to see how that has an impact. I would say um, on Saturday at 4, I'm actually having someone come to the room. I'm gonna have a co-host. She has a new live host agency for TikTok Shop. So it's different than the Creator Network program. It's not the same as a live host agency here, but she started one for TikTok Shop. And so it's teaching you how to go live and sell. So shoppable lives. She's teaching you that that's an aspect of it. She would be a great person to ask that question. So come Saturday at 4, my 4 p.m. live will be a special guest. Yep. 50 subscribers for YouTube really quickly. You have to have people logged in. So when I do this, I'm actually trying to make sure people understand how it's important to get over to YouTube and subscribe. I like YouTube for the long term, long plan approach. And it makes sense. You want to make sure you are actively over there growing because it is where people will go for their information. You think about how many times you go to YouTube and search videos and look up content and stuff that you need help for. And because it's now connected to Google, you now see when you go on Google and search for something, a YouTube video will pop up. So you're getting recommended in so many different ways. So again, you want to be on this long-term plan to be over on YouTube. And so I get the strategy. So that's why I do it. That's good. Thanks. We'll check that out. You're welcome, friend. Like I said, I'm helping us in so many different ways. How often do I go live? I go live twice a day, 10 a.m. Eastern and 4 p.m. Eastern. Does it hurt my account if I delete stuff people have liked and shared? Yes. The only reason why you would delete something, which they say you should never delete, is if you have a violation. And you can appeal, or you can make the video only for your friends to see or private or something like that. Just engaged for the second time. You always drop pure gems. Thank you, Victory. I appreciate the support. Do you recommend cross posting videos at the same time on different platforms? Sure. I don't think that has a negative impact. You know, YouTube now has the shorts. Instagram has reels. You have the content here. Always start with TikTok though. TikTok is a little funny. When you put other people's content over here, it usually gets violation or suppressed. Yeah, like TikTok Shop, talking to TikTok Shop for monetization. Was that a question? It's me. Let me know if that's a question. You mentioned the AI prompt earlier. Thank you, lady. I got you, lady. I'm a lady. We're about to pivot. Lady said, wait a minute. You had me waiting for this. You said you was going to talk about this. I forgot to add a link to the product, so I reposted it with it, but kept both videos up. Okay. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do real quick because I do have to get off earlier because I told you I'm gonna do the 10 o'clock. The 6 o'clock um, live on YouTube. So definitely follow me there. It's Dr. Lisa Launch Your Income. I need to stay connected because right now I'm not learning because I'm very busy. There we go. We're gonna get you. Thank you. You're welcome, friend. I got you. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna go. I'm gonna thank you so much. I appreciate you, friend. And what we're going to do really quickly is that I'm going to chat GPT. Okay. I'm going to bring the sticker down here so you can see it fully. Hopefully it doesn't get in your way. You let me know if I need to move it back up. I am flipping my camera. I am going to take you to chat GPT. This is the prompt for my new people. You said you're on vacation in Hawaii. Nice. Look at you. Okay, so let me know if you can see this fairly well. Let me take my charger cord out. I'll tip my camera. Let me know if it's in your way. I'll make it a little bigger. And you can screenshot this. So this is for my people. Okay, I'm going to take you, you two people. I'm going to take you on. Thank you so much, friend. I'm going to take you through the series here. But this is the first prompt. So if you're just coming to my room, you can take a screenshot. This is Dr. Lisa. This is something I use to help with brainstorming. So when I think about chat or any of the AI, you can ask it for brainstorming, you can ask it for content, copywriting, social media posts. You can ask it for a lot. So this particular prompt is my prompt where I say, I want you to help me brainstorm. And I said, thank you so much, friend empowered. How are you, friend? Look at the teddy bear just standing there. I love it. Um, I wanted to help me brainstorm because I don't want to have to think about topics in niche for my live stream. Thank you so much, friend. How does ChatGPT know my niche? The part in blue. Okay, we're going to get there. So let me walk you through this, Miss Sweet Pea. Hello, everyone. How you doing, friend? So I said, help me brainstorm 5 examples. Look at you, level 16. Congratulations. 5 examples of a niche. So I don't like one example. You can scale it back. If you get too many choices, too much going on, you can absolutely scale it back. But I want to know topics for my live stream. This is a live stream, okay? And then I said include keywords. Again, as you're talking to your audience, what are you saying? What are the words that matter to them? So we're going to talk about those words. And then I said, okay, I want to know who is my target audience. I want to know the demographics. I want to know the psychographics, what they value, what they think, what's their interest. And then I want to know their pain points. What are they challenged by? What are they essentially struggling with? What's going on that's keeping them up at night? Or it could be simple as, here's something that I just want to know, a tip and strategy, or I want to be inspired. Okay. So you need to know your audience. Now, everything in blue. That's why I said, how would it know my niche? Mrs. Sweet Pea, because you're going to put in everything that's related to you. So I say, what are your personal characteristics? So, or some identifiers of you, or some hobbies, or other interests that you have, or maybe something professional that you want to put in there. You want to put all that in there so chat can personalize this to you. Okay. So as you put that in there, it's going to come back with it's going to come back with 5 examples, essentially. And I tell people to do a kitchen sink approach. However, you may want to scale that back because if you put too much information, chat will get to chatting and it may become too overwhelming. So if you do have something a little bit more specific or generalized that you want to talk about. So say in this example, I said, I'm a mom of 4 with 3 in college and 1 in preschool. Now, let me tell you this, and I say this all the time. We're a blended family. So I could have said, okay, 2 of those are my biological kids. One, I'm a bonus mom of 2, and I have the 2 biological kids. Or I said I'm a wife. I could have said I'm a divorcee, and we're a blended family. I just subscribed to you on YouTube with my other account. Thank you, friend. I appreciate it. And so I could have put that in there. I could have added some more details. And so chat could have shared a little bit more about, having this kind of Brady Bunch blended family approach. I talk about fitness. I could have been, I could have said some other exercises, some other things I do. I have the Peloton. I love that, so I could have offered some more details there. Healthy cooking, eating. I could have talked about a specific dish or cuisine or something else that I like. I'm not a financial planner. I could have talked about my higher ed experience. So it just depends on what you want to put. So this is your first prompt. And then what will happen is chat will get to chatting, and you'll see where it now kind of breaks down the different niche. And so it gave an example here where it says midlife mom boss, empowering moms, balancing empty nesting and little ones. Okay. And then it says some live stream ideas from diapers to dorms, navigating motherhood at both ends. Okay. And then it goes on to talk about those keywords. I want you to pay attention to that because these words are words that the algorithm wants to hear. Gotta go. Thanks. You're welcome, Doris. Appreciate you being here. And then it talks about that target audience. So now you're learning who is the target audience for this. And let me be clear. Your target audience ideally is a reflection of you. When you think about what are your interests, your passion, all that stuff that you put in there, it should come up with people who can relate to you. And as you're talking and sharing your journey or sharing different anecdotes, people are going to say, okay, you know what? I like her. I get to know, like, and trust her. So that's how you make the live a little bit more relatable for your audience. They resonate. They see something about you in them. Okay. We're pretty similar, except I love travel and adventure and do it a lot as an empty nester. Um, we are very similar. I love travel and adventure too. And I usually have family members keeping the little one. And before the little one was here, we were traveling quite a bit. We still travel. My husband and I, we've been, pretty fortunate to have his parents keep our kids, and they'll keep them for us. And we've been able to travel quite a bit. And we almost were empty nesters, but he was meant to be here. Awesome. Yes. Your little one is a Yorkie. Oh my gosh. No, my my little one is a human. A little boy. Um, so the demographics, pay attention to demographics, pay attention to the psychographics when you think about strong family values, and then talk about those pain points. Look at those pain points. So as you are, and so chat gives you multiple, it gave you 5 examples in this. And you can scale it back if you don't want all these examples. Hello, in my travels. How you doing, friend? Appreciate you being here. And you can go on to look at it. And so what I do with this next prompt, let's see, I don't want to, okay, we're going to go back up. Okay, let's go back up. What I do with this next prompt, I'm going to give you this next one. Sorry, guys. It went down because it was covering up my screen. I want you to take this next one. So you guys can steal this one too. You can do a screenshot. This is the one that should get you going. So if you do that first one and you pick a niche, and I use niche number 3. We don't have to necessarily go back and see it, but essentially it talks about the family finance for real moms. That's what the number 3 is talking about. What you can ask it to do now is to give you an outline for your live stream. Me too. I love to travel. You do. You fly. You really love to travel. But it can give you an outline for your live stream, and you can base it on that upper topic, that niche number, whatever your number is. And then you can say include keywords. Again, those words matter. You want to be able to relate to your audience. And then I say, okay, include a few engaging questions. Now, chat can be a little chatty. How you doing? You said I'm doing well, Mercy. I appreciate your friend. And so it can be a little chatty. And then I said, include an intro script. So not that you're reading a script, but just something where you feel comfortable as you're talking about who you are and what your live stream topic is all about. And then in that, you're going to talk to your audience and have those keywords there as well. Okay. So that's why I say include an intro script for my live stream. And then I even said, hey, I want you to include a title, because you only can do 32 characters. So if you want a title that's going to be relatable for your audience, maybe ask it to give you a title as well. Okay. So then chat will get to chatting. It'll get to chatting. So it says stretching money and saving sanity is the topic here. Okay. And then it goes on and gives you your intro. Now, chat can be a little chatty as well with the intro, so you might have to kind of finesse this a little bit so it's not too lengthy, but it's something where people are coming into your room, you are talking about your topic, you are saying the keywords, you are tapping your screen, you are welcoming your people coming in, and so that way people feel seen. Diane, thank you for joining. Peggy, thank you for joining. People feel supported. And so you're going to be saying those keywords and welcoming people as they come into your room. Okay. And so then chat gives you kind of an outline to break it down. And if you were somebody who's like, okay, what am I going to say? What exactly do I need to say in this stretch here? You can ask it to break down and give you a script for that part too. So again, as you are talking through this live and you're feeling comfortable with this content, it gets easier. But then also, if nobody is in your room and engaging, you still take this topic and this content and use it for content on your TikTok. Or let me tell you this, friends, or use it for content on your YouTube. You can download it. Download this. Make some edits. Make it a long form video. If you want, you can make it 2 or 3 where you do a part 2, part 1, 2, and 3. So you have 10-minute videos out there on YouTube. So now you really have content. Okay, so when you're in the room, it's actually, no offense, because I love y'all dearly, but I've got to the point now because I talk to you guys and I'm talking so much that I don't have good clips I can use to put as content anymore. Because I'm like, hey, how you doing? Thank you for the gifts. Hey. And then I go on to talk, and then I'm like, hey, thank you. So I'm like, my whole my whole life is like these little sound bites that I'm doing. I love it though. But at the end of the day, you can use this for content. Carol, thank you so much, friend. So I don't want you to feel like, you know what, no one's in my room. I don't know what to say. I didn't have anybody to talk to. Nobody was connecting. Nobody was engaging. Finish your live. Do your topic. Keep going. Keep chatting. Keep trying to get people to engage. Keep doing it. And then when you want, you can download this content, take parts of it. TikTok is pretty generous. It gives you clips you can use, or you can make your own little clips, or you can download the whole live and again use iMovie or some other editing software. Cut out different parts that you need and put it on your YouTube. Add a thumbnail, add a title, little description, hashtags, and you got content. Okay. You said this is gold. I appreciate that. I need to fit in all the venture in my lives. Exactly, friend. Yes, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Um, yeah. Yes. Plus, it's tiring. Yes. Oh, you're talking about the travel stuff? Yes. Please, when you go live, take us with you. Take us with you. You go live. What are you talking about, Marietta? Oh, but look here. So that's for you all to use that prompt. Those are 2 prompts that you can use, and that'll get you live. That'll get you everything you need. Thank you for the daily heart, my friend. And so you can use that effectively for talking to your community and hopefully getting some engagement. Now, I tell you all that it really starts before you go live. Okay. How you doing, friends? It starts before you go live because you want to go into those comments. You want to go into that, into the home screen and search so people can engage with you from a content perspective too. So they can come to your content and engage with your content. But first you engage with similar type of content as yours. So that's important. So you want to use that search engine or that search feature so that you can then have the algorithm know what type of content you want to post and what you're going to be talking about in your live stream. And that will show up in your For You page. Okay. I'm speaking to the ones that are afraid to go live. Once they start their community, take us with you. Okay, absolutely. Absolutely. I like that. I like that. Couple people. You want to take people who are here, people who are in the box over here. If you click the number of people in the room, these are people who are engaging, people who are watching, who people are chatting, people are connecting. You want to take people with you. You absolutely do. How do y'all make the laugh and clap feature? That is a sound effect. So enhance, that's what that is. That's a sound effect. And in there, there's a hand effect. And then this is a sticker. That's all that there. Yeah. So when you guys go live, I tell you, play around with the effects, play around with what you have, feel comfortable, navigating the platform, getting things going. Okay. My nervous people, my shy people, hello, how you doing? Um, Let me know if you have any questions. Dana, look at you. You're a high engager, friend. Look at you. 28, level 28. Let me know. I didn't talk about the blue boxes. Do people know what the blue boxes represent and how to get a blue box? What I've noticed is that I have a lot of high engagers in the room lately. So I really appreciate you guys are out here doing what you need to do to get your blue box. But if you don't know what the blue box is, let me know. Just put in the word blue box and I'll talk about it. If not, then I won't talk about it. How can you tell your viewers what your live is about? TT only gives you 32 characters. Well, you saw where the Chat GPT gave you a nice little title to use. So ask Chat to come up with some titles for you. Yeah. So 32 characters is good enough. That's good. That was a good title. Yeah. My title is Don't Be Scared. So what happens? I got scared people in the room. I got nervous people. I got my shy people. That's what this is. Tips to go live. So people who want tips to go live, they're in the room. So yeah, it's enough. It works. As you can tell, sometimes I use a little line to dash to kind of scrunch things up. So, but yeah, that's it. Dee Dee, you said, I want to know the blue box. Dee Dee, you got homework too. You got to have a bio, friend. We're going to put some words in your bio. I see you, blue box. Yes, my blue box people. Okay, let's see. Okay, really quickly, the blue box. Let me explain what that is. So I told you earlier, I don't know if you were here when I said TikTok says there's support that's free. Tap in the screen. When you tap the screen, the heart set up here, it says 32.5K. That is from support in the room. Sharing the live like Miss Darlene is doing. How you doing, friend? Sharing the live out. That's support. You share the live out, okay? So that is support. And people know you're actively here. TikTok knows you're here. TikTok will in this blue box here, it will tell you top viewers. There's a question mark up there that speaks to the taps getting points, comments you get points, and then you get a point for every gift that you send. So the blue boxes are essentially people who have been engaging. Those are high engagers. They're people who are gifting. TikTok wants you to gift because TikTok gets a percentage of the gifts, but that's part of it too. Popular Live, thank you so much, Miss Darlene. And so you want to make sure you are actively engaging, and TikTok will give you a blue box. And if you don't have live access, TikTok sees that as part of your engagement when you get a blue box. And TikTok says, okay, I'll give you live access early. So I've had people who've gotten live access under 100 followers. I think the record I've seen was like 57. Anybody under that are typically business accounts, but for personal accounts, 57 was the lowest I've seen so far. You said I'm frozen. Am I frozen? Am I still frozen? You said me. You got live access early. Awesome. Nice conversation. Thank you so much, Abid. I appreciate you. I bet you still need to put a bio in. And so with that, TikTok says, okay, coins on your account. If you click the gift box, you can recharge in the app. There's a recharge button in the app. Not on your end. You're not frozen. Okay, thank you, friend. I think I'll do my first live on TikTok later. Okay, once we get our rental. Okay, look at you. Maybe. You said maybe. You said maybe. Just do it. Just do it. Don't overthink it. Hit the go live. Now, if you haven't gone live before, you probably need to verify your ID. So it may get pushed off to tomorrow anyway. So just hit the go live button and see. Good evening, all. You're from the UK. Awesome, friend. I see you. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Laugh out loud. I'm scared. Oh no, you do it scared. Do it scared. The other place to get coins is the website www.tiktok.com/coin. So my people with the blue boxes who just asked about here, you click the daily heart me. You need a coin for that. I typically say it's a penny, but I think it's a little less than a penny actually. But you need one coin. As you are engaging, you click the daily heart me. It says you join my team. Think of the daily heart me as that's the heart plus as a hello. When you come into someone's room, you come into their live room, you are saying, hello, I'm here. I'm an engager. I'm here to support. I want to connect. I'm collecting points because you get 45 points for that. If you didn't follow the live host, it instantly follows the live host. And so then a screen pops up and it says, get 30 points for adding a comment. So again, it's forcing you to engage. You have to engage in order to level up. And the daily heart me is the orange heart that's in the middle. Okay. The blue box. Then after you put a comment in, and that's why I said put blue box in the chat, because thank you so much, Dana. I see after you put the blue put your comment in, you can see your blue box or see your profile or get to your profile so that you can check to see how many points you got. So let's do this one more time for my people who just came in the room. and who are curious. And so what you will need to do, hold on one second. Arletta, how you doing, friend? I see you. I'm struggling with things to talk about and getting people to stay in my life. Any tips? Inspired. That's what I didn't did the whole lot. I got you, friend. I'm gonna do a summary. So stay with me for a little bit. Stay with me because I'm gonna have to get off in probably in like 15 minutes. So stay with me and I'm gonna do a summary and recap. But my live, I gave like 3 tips, I think. I think I did 3, maybe 4, actually. Your friend led. Okay, I missed something. Thank you so much. I see you all coming in. So thank you so much, Miss Darlene. I got to go now. Okay. It's 10:26 here. Oh, yes, that's right. You're in the UK. That's right. Thank you so much for being here. How you doing, Meatball? So if you put a blue box in, here's what I'm gonna tell you to do. Laugh out loud. Where she was late for class. Yes. So if you put a comment in, again, blue box, if you want to put blue box in, what I need for you to do is click your photo. Once you click your photo, your mini profile pops up. Then I want you to click your level. If it's level 0, because you don't have a blue box, that's fine. If it's level 22, or if it's level 15 or level 16, whatever your level is, you're going to click your level. And then, okay, I'm 65, Cheryl. Yes, so you're going to click your level. And your level is level 0. So you're going to click your level, and then another screen will pop up. It's going to tell you how many points you collected. A / symbol will tell you the total amount of points you need. And then underneath there is the difference. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yes, Michelle, appreciate you, friend. And so underneath there is the difference. Yes, Michelle. You know what, Michelle? I'm gonna go YouTube exclusive at 6 instead of 6:30. Because I have something I have to do tonight. So I'm going to do 30 minutes on YouTube after this. I don't know if you caught that, but I'll message you. Thank you so much, friends. And so as you are intentionally engaging, you want to know your level, okay? Because that level then tells you, okay? So if you're somebody who just came in, I will try to make it. I heard you. Perfect. Thank you so much, friend. As you are trying to engage, you want to know your level so you can level up. Okay. Question: why do you have to verify ID to go live? TikTok, you have to be 18 years or older to go live on TikTok. 18 years or older, as well as be a human, because you could be a bot. But yes, yeah. So you have to be 18 years or older. Yeah, that's the main reason. How you doing, friends who are coming in? Are the coins money? How do you know where it's paid from? Coins are money. To get coins, you're using some type of payment, like PayPal, Apple Pay, Google Pay. You're using some type of payment method to get coins. So I tell people, if you get $20 in coins, you got 2,000 coins, about 2,000 coins, and then you can use that for here. So you are using money. Yeah. I tell people TikTok wants you to give because TikTok gets a percentage. TikTok gets 60 to 80%. And in doing that, I also say, in order for you to monetize as a live host, you need engagement and you need support from that. But this is a TikTok economy. So TikTok is going to make sure they get their percentage. Just like the other platforms, they make sure that they get their percentage with YouTube and AdSense and how they get ad revenue. So all of it is based on you participating, engaging in this process. But let me know if you have any other questions. So really quickly, let me recap. On how to get people in your room and engage. So my friend who came in a little while ago was asking about engagement because people weren't coming in and engaging fully. And so I want to make sure I answer that question too. So in a recap, this was inspired by Aisha. Is that it? Aisha. And so when it comes to people engaging in your live question, why do you have to, okay, that's the verification question. Yes. Okay. How you doing, friend? Okay. So a couple things you want to do is first, you want to go to your home screen, type in your topic, and make sure you are watching, first of all, lives based on your topic, because you're getting examples from other live hosts on how to present your information. So that's the first thing. Second thing I want you to do is look at content and engage from the bottom up, making sure you repost, save or favorite that content, and in the comments put something relevant to that topic, because you're telling TikTok, this is what I want to see, this is what I want in my For You page, I want something relevant to my topic. And in those comments are people who are also interested in that topic. That's your target audience. Those are the people who you want to come to your live and engage in your content, because your content ideally is aligned with your live topic. So all that is part of how you brand yourself. So I talk about branding. I didn't get really deep into branding today, but if you're really intentional about your brand will relate to the topics you talk about. So when you look at my content, especially as of late, I'm either talking about branding, I am talking about TikTok live access, or topics related to TikTok, or making money. Those are the three things I talk about. When I think about my content pillars, those are the three things that align with Dr. Lisa Launch Your Income. Okay. So I want you to think about, are you doing content that's related to your topic to go live? Is there an alignment there? Are you searching for people who are examples of live hosts that are doing what you're doing? Because first of all, they're going to give you examples of how to present your information and connect with your audience, similar audiences, as well as you want to go to their live because maybe you do want to connect with their audience, because their audience is audience members that will come to your live. And if you're engaging in their chat and connecting the way Victory did here, you're able to see people who have a similar interest. Okay. Hello, my friend. How you doing, my friend from Colombia? I appreciate you being here. And so you want to be intentional um, about how you're doing your search. I call it the research. Okay. That's part of it. Your research and engagement with content, making sure it's intentionally focused on your topic. That's important. Um, if you are only looking at people who teach you how to go live, and no shade, because I want you all to come back to my live. But if that's all you're seeing in your feed, you are not doing yourself justice. You're doing yourself a great disservice, because your live and your content is not being picked up by TikTok. TikTok doesn't. You're essentially telling the algorithm you want to see something else, and you should have it positioned in a way where it's showing stuff that's relevant to your topic. Okay, friends. So that would be my recommendation. And I know sometimes you're like, oh, I don't want to look at people who do what I do. I'm going to tell you, those are the people you do want to look at. Because first of all, you want the ones that are like high influencers, because they have a lot of people following them. You actually do want to repost their content because people are going to see that. And you want to make sure you're engaging in their chat, because their chat is chatting. And you want those people to come see your content. So make sure you have content relevant to your topic that's based on what you're searching as well. So that'll be important. So we level up by putting money on our account and giving rights. Essentially, yeah, that's it. It's like, yeah. Is that the way to think of it? Yes, you are. That's exactly what you're doing. This is solid advice. I will do that for sure. Exactly. Thank you so much. Great advice. Yeah, yeah. So you're telling the algorithm what you want to see. And so right now you're telling the algorithm you need support with going live, which you absolutely probably do. But if you're saying you're not getting engagement in your room, then you probably are not telling the algorithm that your topic is what you want to focus on. Okay. So I would say start there. That's what I would say. The other thing I gave a tip on ChatGPT in terms of what to talk about in your live and how to make sure you know who your target audience is, as well as when it comes to the keywords. And then if you need a script, if you need an outline, I gave a prompt for that. So what I'm going to do in a quick summary, I'm just going to show what I gave. You could do a quick screenshot. And so that way you have it. And I typically talk about this in my 4 o'clock, because that's my nervous people, my nervous and shy and scared people, because I want you to feel at ease. I don't want you to feel like you can't do this. So this is the chat prompt. We're going to flip the screen. Thank you so much. I appreciate your friend. Okay, so this is the chat prompt. And then I tell people everything in blue is all about you. Okay. My problem also is just coming up with good videos. Creator search insights. That's my go-to when I need inspiration. And let me say this, Victor. I don't know if you screenshot this, but yeah, I didn't do this for you all. I'm sorry. Let me go to the end. I apologize, because I know my friend was looking for this. This is when you can do. Okay. So take a picture of that. Great. Now write me 3 TikTok posts, video posts for niche number 3. Include a catchy hook, hashtags, and a call to action with visualizations and script. So you literally just ask chat to give you content for your post. Okay. So my first 2 prompts was based on brainstorming. Well, first prompt was brainstorming prompt. Second prompt was coming up with my outline. And then third prompt was coming up with my content. Okay. So that's what I'd say, let the AI help you. So Victor, you got that, friend? I hope you did. But I'm going to try this. You said I'm going to try this. Now here, go ahead and do a screenshot for this prompt too. You did the first prompt. This is the second prompt. Okay. Thank you. You're welcome, friend. And so let me know if that works for you. So essentially you're asking it for your outline for your live stream, keywords, know your audience. You can do a script. You can come up with a title for it as well. Okay. Okay. So let me know if there's any questions. That was a quick summary. I'm happy to review that probably tomorrow. If I need to go over it again, I'm fine with going over it. If there's somebody in the room, it's like, oh, what should I do? So I'm happy to talk about it. But I want you guys to be intentional about what you're doing. Okay. So you want to do your research. You want to use the AI to help you with brainstorming and coming up with ideas. Ideally, it's something where if you are really intentional about your topic and you know what you want to talk about, try to be as specific with that brainstorming. But you can also tweak it. Maybe it came back and you love number 2 and you love number 4. You can ask it to combine those 2 niche ideas, those 2 concepts, so that you make this kind of nice little summary of what you really want to say, the essence of who you are in your live. Okay. And in certain lives, you might use that one, at one point, and maybe you do evolve and come up with some other things you want to talk about. So we could use our credit card to put money on our account, right? Yes. Yes. You can use a credit card. Yes. Let me say this. As you start going live, the gifts and the support that you get in the room can become part of coins that you can go back and exchange. So you don't have to use your credit card anymore. You can say, okay, I was gifted. So argument's sake, you got $10 in gifts. And so you can make those coins. Okay. And so essentially you just put it back in the ecosystem, in the TikTok universe, and it just circulates. Yeah. Thank you, Dana. You said credit card, debit cards, PayPal, Apple Pay, etc. Yeah, all of the above. It is all of it. Okay. So I would tell you, spend some time there. He said, okay. Uh, my last thing I normally do, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do a super fast version of it because my nervous and shy and scared people, I don't want you to overthink this. So I do have a free, it's in my stand store. It's a free download it's called From Overthinking to Action. It'll help you think very intentionally about taking these steps. I say it's a goal setting guide because it is going to help you set goals, but it's a mindset. It's helping you think about how do I shift my mind to make sure that I'm able to do something that may be foreign, maybe radically different than what I'm used to doing, but I'm going to do it. Okay. What I need to put on my bio. You need to put keywords. You know what? With that prompt I just gave, I just showed you. Ask, okay, so Dee Dee, let me ask this. Did you get those first three prompts? Say yes or no. Did you get screenshots of those first three prompts? If you did, the very last prompt you said, Trixie said no. Trixie, no, yes. Okay, the very last prompt I want you to put in there, and I didn't do it for here. But the last prompt I want you to say, write me an 80 character, because that's the max you could use for your TikTok bio, an 80 character bio based on the above. It could be niche number 3, whatever your niche, whatever number you want to use, or you could just say the above. And so it will come up with your bio. Actually, I like choices, so you can say, write me 3 examples, 5 examples, 10 examples. Ask for some choices, but you can do that. So that's what you would do. But essentially, those become the keywords that are relevant to your niche, your topic, and your target audience. Should resonate with all 3. Okay. So when you hone in on what topic you want to have and what niche, ask it to write your bio for it. Okay. You're welcome, friend. You are welcome. Okay. Really quickly, we're going to go to my stand store really quickly, friends. If you click my profile, my mini profile is going to pop up. If you click my profile photo again, it's going to take you to my larger profile on TikTok. And you guys will see under here, I have a stand store. So you click my stand store. I'm gonna do some quick commercials. First commercial is UBC. I talked about branding. You heard me talk about it. I am an affiliate for the Ultimate Branding course. Zenap. You want to make sure you always put words, friends. TikTok calls that dry tagging, and TikTok will filter you. So you always want to make sure you put words like hello, how are you doing, good evening, some kind of words so people know you're there, and you're not filtered by TikTok for spamming. So you always want to have words there. But UBC. If you're interested in UBC is the ultimate branding course. It teaches you about branding yourself for digital marketing. Live streaming is a subset of digital marketing, social media marketing, email marketing, understanding brand deals, memberships, all that. Anything you're doing digitally is digital marketing. And so how you brand yourself, even if you're just going live or posting content for entertainment, you are representing a brand who is you. And so you want to make sure, it might be a company who knows that comes around later and says, I want to work with you because I love your sense of humor. I love your realness. I love your content. They're going to do that at some point. So you want to make sure you are branding yourself to your target audience, especially if you're going live so that they can relate to you and you can build what's called that know, like, and trust. Okay. So that's critical. Hi, I hope to support, hopefully learn. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you so much for being here. And so if you're curious about UBC, you can get the sneak peek. UBC is an affiliate. So if you do purchase it, you become an affiliate for them. So that's there for you. The other a couple things that are in here is my bundle. I did not change the price again. I was busy with meetings, so I need to do better. But essentially, this is the sale price that I promote during my 10 o'clock. It's normally $127. It is $57. Thank you for the advice. You're welcome, friend. Thank you, Dr. Litz. I appreciate you being here. 65 Cheryl and Rich Sunflower, thank you so much for coming through. I see your friend. And so the bundle and UBC come with me because I will give you mentorship and support. So I have a UBC Instagram group chat, and I have a Launch and Earn Bundle group chat on Instagram. It just depends on where you want to start. I consider this my starter kit because it's going to give you the fundamentals on creating your products or your services or whatever you're going to do. This is where you get ongoing support, UBC. So I want you to be intentional about what makes sense for where you're at today. And if you need to evolve, I would give you encouragement on evolving as well. So I would just let you know that much. You say, when you plan to go live, plan to present a topic or just talk to people. I do number 2, no engagement. You got to have a topic, friend. Yeah. You got to have a topic. Again, if you're talking to everybody, you're talking to nobody. People want to feel like they can resonate with what your message is, resonate with your topic. You want to make sure you're relatable. Yeah. So if you're thinking you're just going to come on and hit the camera on and hit the go live button, I would say pause on doing that. Make sure you have some kind of outline. Outline is better than no outline. You said you do have a subject. I would say an outline is probably better. Keep you on task. It'll keep you with saying those keywords. That would be my recommendation. You figure I have a couple things I can talk about. So if I started this live and nobody had nothing that they wanted to ask and I got no engagement, I would absolutely have some things I could discuss. So I think that's good, but at the same time, I would love to make sure the live is structured and focused on your target audience, especially as you're trying to grow, because TikTok is learning you and learning what your interests are. So it's important that you allow TikTok to know who you are. You sell luxury jewelry. I love that. That allow me or not. I sell. Well, you're saying would the algorithm allow you? Possibly not. Turn on your content disclosure. You see where I say the social media names. I do say a lot of names, company names. And so you should be okay, but I would say turn it on and just, again, do your research on other people who are doing what you're doing to see if it's allowed here. Okay. Last couple things, my 3-page checklist. I just updated the checklist to include a couple of the things that were evolving for me, especially the content disclosure. There's a couple of the new things in there. It tells you what to do when it comes to going live. So what you should set up before you're live, during your live to get engagement, as well as after your live. And, it really is comprehensive. So a lot of things that people say, that I say in here when people ask me about engagement, I would say you might want to check that out only because it's going to give you some other details that maybe you're not telling me you're doing or not doing. And I would say, yeah, that's something you definitely want to do. Okay. The chat guide is similar in the sense that it's going to give you content and ideas that is based on your niche. So it is very much personalized to the extent that you allow it to know about who you are and what you're all about. If you don't put enough there, it's going to spit out, barely little information for you. So you want to be as detailed as possible so it can really get to know you. The other thing in here is one-on-ones. So you might be the person that says, Dr. Lisa, thank you. I appreciate you. All that stuff you got in there is great, but I have my own specific issue, problem, something I want to talk to you about. That's what you can do. So I do a 2-for-1 where you get 2 meetings for the price of 1. And so it's 40 minutes over Zoom. So you can have that and we can connect. And then finally, here's my free download. This is my overthinking guide. If you're nervous, shy, scared, you're trying to figure out this app, you felt inspired listening to me, but when you leave, you're going to go back to business as usual, and you're not going to do anything I talked about doing, I get it. I'm okay with it. I just tell you to come back and continue to learn and grow. But if you are trying to take some actions and do some things that are different this year, this is the time. Okay. I want you to be intentional about your efforts. Okay, friends. All right. That is it from me because I got to go and get ready for YouTube. I'm doing my YouTube exclusive 6 p.m. Eastern. Follow me there. It is Dr. Lisa Launch Your Income. I'm going to give you tips and information on my YouTube journey. I want you all to be successful. I want you to be great. This is our season to win. We just got to take the action. Okay. All right, friends. Let me know if there's any last minute questions. I appreciate you all coming through. I'll answer any last minute questions. Simply, how are you, friend? You know I'm about to leave. I appreciate you coming through. I will check this out. I think I want the one-on-one though. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. I have like 3 weeks of appointments availability out there. So you're more than welcome to pick a time that works. Thank you so much. I appreciate your friend, Zenap. Thank you so much. How you doing, Simply? How's everything going, friend? I'm following you. You went live? When? When did you go live? YouTube or here? TikTok, YouTube. Which one? What'd you do? When'd you go live? I'm like, what? What's my YouTube? It's the same name. Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income. Yep, same name. I think you got to type all the words in. The handler name is Launch Your Income. So if you just type in Launch Your Income, it should come to my page or at Launch Your Income. Thank you so much. It did what now? What did you do? Major upgrade going on. That's it. That's it, friend. You said you like to on TikTok. Awesome. Yes. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. You said major upgrade. You went on Sunday. Nice. You just did it. How did it feel? How did it go? Was it okay? Or you like, ooh, it went. Did it go well? Thumbs up, thumb down, thumb down. You said it went well. Look at you. I love it. I love it. Hello, everyone. How you doing, Anita? Appreciate your friend. All right, my dear friends. So I'm going over to YouTube. I'm going to try to be on time too. So we're going to see how this goes. But I'm going over to YouTube. I'm doing an exclusive 6 p.m. Eastern. So in 5 minutes, I'll be over there. It's the same name, Dr. Lisa Launch Your Income. And we're going to talk all things YouTube. So I'm not going to do, and honestly, I'm probably not going to do it. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do it for my web camera. I may do it for my cell phone because I think I want to go, I'll talk about this in the meeting, but I want to go vertical. So that's what it is. So I think I might do it straight from my phone. So we'll see. Okay. But I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much. And I will see you all in 5 minutes or so. All right. Take care, friends. Bye-bye. YouTube family, I appreciate you all too. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you joining me. You guys are coming on right now. I don't know. Maybe I should just stay on, huh? I was going to start it over. I'm going to start it over. So that way I have a separate live stream just for YouTube. Okay. But I appreciate you all. I'm going to come. Don't leave too far. I'll come right back because I'm going to come right back. I'm going to start this over and I'm going to start it right in 4 minutes at 6 o'clock. Okay. So I'm just going to set up the screen. I'm going to decide if I'm going to do my phone though. I may do my phone. I like the screen though. So we'll see. We'll see. All right. I'll see you in a little bit. Thank you all. Bye-bye.